Hey everyone, hope all is well. The world currently faces some very serious challenges, and so I find it quite troubling to see a huge disconnect forming between the general public and two institutions that are supposed to serve us, the media and the government. It is the latter of these two things that I wish to focus on in today's video. Firstly though, I'd like you to consider the issue of climate change. It is very easy in life to surround yourself with like-minded people, with those who share similar values and ideas. Well, I like to try and keep it varied. It helps broaden your horizons, see other perspectives, and challenge your own ideas. And therefore, I actually know quite a few people who are climate change deniers, and it has led to some pretty interesting conversations. Many climate change deniers say it is a hoax that governments use as a pretext for raising taxes on the general population. There is actually some truth to this statement, but unfortunately half-truths can sometimes be more dangerous than a complete fabrication. The suspicion often arises because governments propose policies around taxing carbon and fuel consumption, whilst investment in renewable energy projects is hardly visible. This actually creates scepticism of government from both sides of the argument. On the one hand, those concerned with climate change may feel that their government is not taking this threat to human existence seriously enough, and or are being corrupted by the influence of special interests. And on the other hand, those who are climate change deniers may think, well, if it really is such a catastrophic issue, wouldn't our governments be showing more urgency? Inaction or ineffective action by governments can cause the public to lose sight of genuine problems and their solutions. Let's now look at another topic where this process has occurred: immigration. Life is very complicated, and so sparking public debate with questions that discourage nuanced thinking like, is immigration a problem, can be both divisive and unconstructive. For example, an increasing population within a country raises the demand for housing and public services such as healthcare and education. In isolation, this would make the answer to the question, is immigration a problem, be yes. Yes, it is a problem. Now consider that a vast number of studies looking into the effects of UK immigration in recent decades have shown that those coming in have made a net contribution to the economy and have helped increase aggregate demand. The rise in a population not only increases the supply of labour, but the demand for it too. And so if you took this piece of information in isolation, the answer to the original question would be no, immigration is not a problem. Do you see where I'm going with this? Unfortunately, money brought into the country from immigration hasn't always been invested back into the public services that are needed to support rising population levels. Some members of government say, immigration and globalisation is great for this country. It brings us so much wealth. But to the millions of people living in areas where public services are suffering cuts, infrastructure is crumbling, jobs are difficult to find, and the cost of living is going up, they are left thinking, what are they talking about? Are they living on another planet? The Westminster bubble, as it's known here, the Washington bubble in the US, and I'm pretty sure there are many other named bubbles around the world that you can tell me about. If governments made the right amount of investment across the entire country, especially in areas where immigration has been high, immigration would become much less of an issue in mainstream political discussion. So like is the case with climate change, if government officials aren't upfront and honest with the public, whether due to incompetence or negligence, this doesn't just create scepticism around one issue, but it creates cynicism of the entire political structure too. This can be incredibly dangerous in the long term because it means when politicians have identified genuine problems and solutions and then communicate them to the public, they may have already lost the trust of those they are meant to be serving. And thus, the public ends up rejecting effective ideas that could help them, all because they no longer have faith in the messenger. Quarterly reports, a media driven by drama as opposed to fact-checking, and short election cycles means the priority for politicians is to obtain power. We have a political system that doesn't seem to harness the collective willpower required for long-term prosperity. We need radical change, urgently. In the context of climate change, this is a very scary situation to be in, because biology, physics, natural law doesn't give a damn about the deficit, employment levels, or the economy of nation states. Our planet just responds to how much carbon is released into the atmosphere, and the ways in which our resources are exploited. So our generation has a major challenge ahead of us because all the biggest issues facing humanity are interconnected, whether that be climate change, terrorism, migration, or global economic collapse. We need to create a system of governance that runs our economy based on the ecology of the planet and the natural laws that hold it together. The word economy derives from the ancient Greek word oikonomia, which means household management. Don't you think it's about time that we as a species started taking better care of this earth and treat it like it really is a household that we can be proud of? Is it too late to act? What would a new system even look like? Is it even achievable? These are all valid questions that I aim to address on future videos, but I want to take it one step at a time. There are some people who believe that we should dismantle current political systems which are failing and then build new ones. I want to make it absolutely clear that I don't personally adhere to that notion. Buckminster Fuller once said, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and share it with anyone you think might find this interesting. And why not join the discussion in the comments section? Do you believe that political institutions are losing public trust? Any more than they have before? And are there other issues you can think of where government inaction or perhaps overreaction has caused the public to lose sight of the real solutions that could help? The media has been a big contributor to this phenomenon, so if you haven't already, please check out my video 6 Problems with the Mainstream Media, which I will link at the end. I post videos on here every Thursday, so be sure to subscribe and follow me if you haven't already. Thank you very much. And you can connect with me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook and YouTube. Finally, I am only able to keep making these videos thanks to the amazing support of my patrons. So if you aren't one already and can spare as little as $1 a month to help grow this into a bigger educational platform online, then please check out patreon.com/Miles Dyer for more information. Thank you so much everybody. Have an amazing week. I will see you next Thursday. Adios till next time.